Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Becca and we're back with a plant chores video. So today I have some more repotting to do. I had rave reviews on the self-watering planters that I put up. Off the top, I did get some questions about whether or not they would get algae because the pots are clear. And I am not gonna say never will happen, but I am gonna say that I don't think it will happen because they really don't get any direct light at all, like marginally, like maybe a little bit in the mornings, they get some direct light. I'm gonna close the doggy door because it's really cold in here. So I ordered 3 more, I believe. And did I order 3 more? Hopefully I ordered 3 more. The box is right here, so we're gonna find out in a second. But I'm going to repot some more plants. Also, my boss bought some plants at Costco. The philodendron white wizard and the philodendron pink princess were both at Costco. And she was like, do you want me to grab you some? And I politely declined because I don't need more plants at the very moment right now. But I did bring hers home with me so that I could repot them with her, not with her, for her, and send them back with her home. I was just thinking as I was getting prepared for this video, I just love repotting videos so much. I love filming them. I love watching them. I just think they're so satisfying and it's just like a fun girly pop thing to do. There have been times in my life where I really have hated repotting, but I'm in a stage where I really like it. If you didn't see the last video, it's a plastic pot. This one is an 8-inch pot, so it's a little bigger, and it comes with 2 wicks and a chain. Somebody asked me if I plan to vary the length of the chains on there. And yes, I would like to. I don't know if this chain is necessarily like a buildable type, but I do have obviously like all the chains from the wood crates that I can use, and those are all kind of different heights. So I'm gonna get them all up there and then I'm gonna see which ones I want to change the height of. And I also would like to do a better job of not getting a bunch of dirt in the bottom of this. I don't know, we'll see. It seems like it's gonna happen no matter what I do. Maybe if I put the wicks, no, because it was the wick getting dirty because like the dirt was touching the wick. That's what it was that made it happen in the first place. Okay, I'm gonna go get my plants. I am thinking about putting this in one of the pots because I think that it'll do really well with a self-watering pot. It's doing really good as of right now, but I do think that it'll look really pretty on the pulley system, and it is just like slightly too tall for the wall. So, it's dripping water. Do you want to know how my day started? Let me tell you. You know, when you're laying there, you're sleeping so good. I work from home on Fridays, so I was gonna be able to sleep in at least a little bit because I do have a toddler, so you know, they wake up early. But I was super excited to have a little lie-in morning, and wouldn't you know, I hear my dog start to throw up. The poor guy. Like, also I wanna say that I do feel sorry that this happened to him, but Cooper has been having some stomach issues and it all came to a head today, and he threw up and it was red, and he's fine. Everybody, don't worry. Like, if anybody's getting anxious right now, he's fine. We went to the vet. He must have eaten something that he shouldn't have, which is like textbook Cooper behavior. He is always getting into things, and we try so hard to keep a close eye on him, but he's so sneaky and we've got a lot of things going on. So anyway, long story short, it's not like a blockage, but maybe some things like taking a while to pass. There's some blood. Anyway, we feel good about the veterinary care we got and like his prognosis. Like, he's gonna be okay. He got some medicine and they said that he should like get his appetite back later today even, maybe, but definitely by tomorrow. So we're just keeping an eye on it. But like, does anybody have a dog that just eats things? Like, he just isn't, he doesn't care what it is, he's gonna eat it. He is just one of those dogs. Our other dog, Leo, is not like that at all. And so we like never had to worry about leaving things out. Anything. Actually, no, he would crawl on the table for food, but like that's normal. Cooper likes to eat non-food objects. This is the first time it's ever like caused a real problem. So we're just keeping an eye on him, and like, you know, the guilt, the mom guilt, the dog mom guilt is strong. So thankfully we were able to find a vet because we just moved here. We haven't established care yet. So we had a really great experience at this vet and they were able to get us in same day. So that sounds like a good vet to me. I like them. I didn't put in the wick because I'm a chatty girl. What if, okay, and see, no, this hole for the wick is a lot smaller than the other one. If I had something like pokey, I could shove it up there. Why did I do this to myself? I did this last time too. I just don't learn. I'm gonna have to undo this. I'm not gonna make you go through that. I'm gonna cut to when I've done it. Okay, the wicks are there. Magic. Gotta fill up this container. Maybe that will be enough. This one holds a lot of water. These are also so pretty. I love the fluting on them. Perfect. Oh, a little too much. Perfect. Oh, the chain. I'm forgetting all the steps. There's an order of operations here, Becca. Let's get it right. She is looking gorgeous. I feel like this was the right decision. That looks so pretty. It's gonna look so good on the pulley system. I love it. Okay, next up, I'm putting the cotton cord in right now so I don't do that again. So if you are relatively new to self-watering pots, I wanted to take a moment to educate with what I know. So plants have this thing called capillary action, and it's basically their ability to pull up water through their roots. It makes it possible for self-watering vessels to operate. Essentially what happens is when the plant is thirsty, it kind of uses this as a straw, and that is very, very simplified definition of capillary action. As I said in my last kind of more how-to houseplant video, I'm not a woman in STEM. I'm just a girly pop who loves plants. So if you're looking for that truly deep scientific education on how houseplants work, it's not going to be from me. It never has been, but I will tell you the girly pop way. There's a lot of other systems that kind of mimic this action as well, like those water globes, or if you put an upside down wine glass in a pot or something like that. It's similar. As the plant needs water, it will uptake it. It's a really great passive way to take care of plants, and not something that I have really taken advantage of ever. I mean, maybe a couple of times, but in general, I'm not big on self-watering systems. This plant needed to be repotted so bad. It's gonna be really happy having all this room, especially because I planted 3 of its babies in behind it, and they look like they've rooted. So that's super exciting. It's gonna love all the space, and it's gonna especially love all this moisture. Spider plants are really hardy plants, and I tend to kind of neglect mine, but this one, the curly spider plant, is my favorite variety of spider plant. So I tend to baby her a little bit more than the others that I've had, hence why she's the only one that survived the move. But yeah, I just think that they're great. They're so fun, and I really like all the babies that they put off, and how you can share them. When I was a teacher, my students loved the spider plants. So if you have kids, I would highly suggest this one. It's very popular among the youths. It's also probably the only houseplant I remember from my childhood. My mom had plants, and I don't remember a lot of them, but I do remember we had a huge spider plant in a bay window in our little dining room area. How cute is she? Oh, we lost a baby. Yeah, some of these babies are looking pretty bad, the ones that are still attached. They've got a lot of brown leaves. I've considered just cutting them off, and maybe they'll fall off actually. This one looks like it just needs to be pulled off. It definitely produces a lot of babies, so I'm not concerned, especially when it's really happy. It'll keep going. The chain. Let's put on the chain. Welcome to your new home, dear. Thank you so much to the sponsor of today's video, Factor, for saving me a huge point of stress this week, because I got my Factor box, which means that I have lunch and meals figured out for me for the week, which is so great. I've been having such a hard time just having the time to make a lunch for myself every day, and I don't love eating out all the time because it can just get so expensive. I love that whether it's lunch or dinner, Factor has me covered with their never frozen, chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals. You can choose from options like keto, calorie smart, vegan, and veggie, and it's all delivered straight to your door. Packaging is very well insulated, and everything is always super fresh and delicious. The plan that I use is the calorie smart, and I'm always so thrilled to see so much flavor packed in you know, a decent amount of calories for lunch or dinner or whatever you're having it for. All I know is that anytime I have a factor box, my life becomes infinitely easier, and I would love to pass that along to you. So if you're interested, you can head to factor75.com or click the link below and use the code 50Becca to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first factor box. I'm going to enjoy lunch at home, and you are going to return to plant content. The last plant is this pothos. I never remember which kind it is, but my friend Olivia sent it to me. She's told me what it's called like at least 6 times. I forget every single time. It's a type of pothos. And it's not looking incredible. I mean, I don't usually have good luck with pothos, but I was like, sure, let's try it. And it's going about how it normally goes. I mean, it very well could be a me thing. In fact, I'm sure it is. So I'm hoping that the self-watering pot will help her. I've just noticed that pothos, while being known for being like super chill, I don't think they're actually super chill. I think that they can just start looking pretty bad pretty quickly, at least in my experience. And here's the thing, like I could have super success with certain plants and you could not. And it's just, it comes down to conditions, it comes down to habits. Like there's so many things that affect how plants grow. And for me, it's probably just like the lack of water, if I'm being vulnerable. And as we saw in my goals video, I want to be better at watering my plants and just like giving them that moisture, because I do tend to keep plants that are a little bit more hardy in that way and like not needing a ton from me. But I have in the past like kind of relied a bit too heavily on that and not given plants exactly what they need. And so it's a goal of mine to be better at that this year. I've run out of water in my watering can, so I'm just gonna go fill this up in the sink real quick. Oh, but not before I put the chain on. And there we go, voila. So this side of the pulley has been crooked for a long time, and I don't know why, but it just needs to come up ever so slightly. I don't know where it stopped recording, but I think that I have fixed the leveling issue. So let's hang everything back up. Now that I don't have such big pots, I can definitely kind of play around with placement a lot more. Before, everything was very much in the center. And actually, I don't know if I will be able to move things like towards the front and the back of the whole thing, because it's a balancing act as of right now, which I don't know if it will ever not be a balancing act, like depending on how I position the rope and stuff. I am gonna move this one a little further from the window, and I'm going to put the jungle cactus a little closer to the window. Some people were saying that this might not like the self-watering pot, and you very well could be correct on that. I'm gonna keep an eye on it and see. Like it was always fine with the neglect that it got from my plant care. But I don't know, I wondered if putting it in something like this would help me, and then it would in turn be happier. I don't know. We're gonna try it out. A couple people have also mentioned I could put plants like on top of it. That could be an idea if I maybe put like another bar or something to like hold it. I just don't know how they would sit up there. Like it would be even more of a balancing act, so that makes me a little nervous to do, but it is an option. I'm having to pay attention to like where the hooks are letting the plant kind of sit, because I don't want it to be facing the wrong direction. Okay, she's facing the right direction. I'm having to open up these hooks ever so slightly because the wood is like a little bit thicker than what this, but it's not by much, so it should be fine. This one's kind of weird, but I think that it'll follow the light. So I'm gonna put it on like this. Yeah, that looks cute. Okay, so they're all the same length as of right now. I would like to look into changing the length of the chains so it like varies more, but I want to see what this looks like. All of these being the same length, and then I might add like smaller ones that are like hooked on like right here that are different lengths. Oh my gosh, it's so much lighter too. Wow, plants are planting. That highlights them so much more Thank you to everybody who gave me that feedback. I love the way that this looks. This side is still lower. Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. Ugh, I'm not fixing it again. I can't. It's gonna be crooked. It will exist crooked until I can figure something else out. I'm not doing that again. This is my staghorn fern that is permanently planted inside of this wood crate. This is like the original crate plant. And I think that this plant looks really good in here, but the rest of them, like those ones, it wasn't it. So thanks for helping me spot that. It is putting out some new growth down here. We lost some growth up here, but we're gaining more down here. These leaves are so new. Like they're really light green and super cute. So I don't know where I'm gonna put this. If you have any ideas, please let me know because I'm open to suggestions. Somewhere cool. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe in the shed once I convert it into a little greenhouse type of thing. I don't know. But for now, it's just gonna sit in here. Last task of the day is repotting these very beautiful philodendrons. These are my boss's, they're not my plants, but I love an opportunity to take care of someone else's plants. This is the white wizard. It has a new leaf coming out, which is so pretty. And then this is a pink princess. Look at this leaf. It's gorgeous. Gorgina. It's probably strictly planted in peat. Although, is this cocoa? I actually don't know. But regardless, I'm going to be putting it in De La tanks. I'm not gonna remove like all of that. I'm not gonna like strip the leaves because I have a feeling this is cocoa. It doesn't feel like peat moss. Okay, I think this is a Costa Farms plant. So that's an interesting development, Costa Farms. I'm curious about that. Plop her in. Or this one's a wizard, the white wizard. I just always automatically make all of my plants women, but there's a couple that are like definitely men, like my veitchii. But I think it's like if the common name has something to do with like male something, then the plant's a dude, like King Anthurium, the veitchii, that's a man. But unless it has something like that in its name, I'm like, no, it's a girl. I see a lot of people default their plants to he though, which is interesting. I wonder why they do that. I don't know. If you are a person who defaults to he, why is that? I just want to understand you. Okay, it's repotted. And we're just gonna pop it right back in here because the root system isn't big enough to be potted into something else. And she can water it, like take it out of here because this pot doesn't have drainage, but it's a really nice, like solid white pot. So she can water it and let the water drain out and then put it back into that pot, the cover pot, also known as a cashpo. Let's see what this one has under the hood. Oh, cute little pink roots. This also seems like cocoa. You guys, I don't think this is peat moss. I wonder if Costa Farms put out some press release or something that they were not using peat anymore. Like that, this is weird. In a good way. My soil doesn't contain peat moss either. And that's like a big reason why I love it so much because I was really trying to get away from peat moss. But there's a lot of old school people in the industry who are like very, very pro peat moss and like won't go away from it. But it's just not the greatest material in my opinion. It's my opinion. Yeah, I don't think it's the best. Once it dehydrates, it's really hard to rehydrate. It's not great long term also for the environment. Like that's like a whole other tangent, but yeah, not great for the environment, not great for a lot of things. But cocoa peat, you know, every action has a reaction. I don't know what the phrase would be, but like obviously the world is on fire, but at least with cocoa peat, it's a byproduct of the coconut industry and it's much more, it's not taking a non-renewable resource. You know what I mean? It's a heavily debated topic in the plant world, like what choice is more eco when really like no choice is truly perfectly eco. You just have to kind of choose what feels good to you. And I'm not on here to shame anybody for using one thing or not. Like we're all doing our best. I truly believe that. So all of this being said, this one had a bit more of a root system, but definitely not filled in by any means. So it'll be good in this pot for a while as well. And now she has 2 plants that have nutrients access, because this cocoa peat, if it is cocoa peat, it doesn't have any nutrients in it. So plants obviously to grow need nutrients. That's why we fertilize. So now the plants will have that and they can get a good head start on their growth. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video and hanging out with me this afternoon. I'm really enjoying filming my videos on Friday afternoons. That's how, or like when I filmed the last couple of times. And it's just kind of nice. Like I get off work at noon and then I just chill and do plant stuff, and it feels kind of good to have dedicated time to do it, where I'm not, like, obviously my daughter's at daycare right now still, and it's just kind of nice to have like a little bit of me time to do this. And I don't know, thanks for hanging out with me during my me time. If you like this video, make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss my updates. I post every Tuesday. I also have a vlog channel that I post on every Sunday or Monday, but mostly Sunday. I'm still trying to like figure out what my life looks like and the scheduling and all of that. So I haven't posted over there in a few weeks, but it is definitely something that I'm going to get back to because I love posting on my vlog channel. It's like low-key, not more fun than here, but like maybe just as fun as here. So subscribe over there if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.